Ever wonder how a tiny island nation with practically zero natural water sources manages to not, just dry up?
Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable story,
I
actually.
mean, think about it. Singapore, bustling metropolis, millions of people, and yet they're thriving. We're taking a deep dive today into exactly how they pull it off.
Should be fascinating.
We've got this document, Where Has All the Water Gone? It dives into their whole water management system, and let me tell you, these guys are innovative.
Definitely ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. So the document lays out what they call their four national taps. It's their four-pronged approach to sourcing water, and it's pretty ingenious.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So first up, they've got desalination.
Ah, turning salt water into fresh water.
Exactly. Massive desalination plants, pretty high-tech stuff. Then there's imported water.
Relying on their neighbors.
Right.
Hmm.
But they're actually trying to decrease their dependence on that.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? Not exactly the most secure source long-term,
Makes you vulnerable.
for sure. Third, they've got rainwater collection.
Capturing those tropical downpours.
Yep, they're maximizing every drop. But here's where it gets really interesting. The fourth tap is what they call new water.
Okay, I've heard of this. This is the reclaimed wastewater, right?
Yep. And get this, it's so purified, it actually exceeds drinking water standards.
Wow, that's incredible. The science behind that must be pretty intense.
Yeah, it's amazing. They use all sorts of advanced membrane technologies and ultraviolet disinfection to treat it. It's a totally closed-loop system. Most of the new water gets used for industrial purposes and to replenish those reservoirs.
So smart. Talk about a sustainable supply.
Seriously, it makes you think, why isn't everyone doing this?
Right. So they've got these four taps flowing. What does that translate to in terms of actual water use?
Yeah. Here's a surprising fact from the document. 45% of their water consumption comes from households.
Whoa, that's higher than I would guess.
Me too. I mean, you think of Singapore and you picture all this high-tech efficiency. But it turns out, even with those amazing systems, individual actions still make a huge difference.
It's a good reminder that we all have a role to play in conserving water, no matter where we live.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of individual actions, the document highlights their ambitious goal for the future. They want to lower daily water use per person to just 130 liters by 2030.
130 liters, that's incredibly low.
I know, right? Like half of what many countries use. How are they going to pull that off?
Well, the document outlines a pretty multifaceted approach. Public awareness campaigns are huge. They've also got regulations, things like mandatory water efficiency labeling for appliances and plumbing fixtures.
Makes sense.
Plus, they're constantly investing in research and development, always looking for better ways to treat and conserve water.
So it's not just about telling people to take shorter showers. It's like a whole system working together.
Exactly. They're addressing the whole water ecosystem, from source to consumption, always innovating.
Super impressive. Now, the document also doesn't shy away from giving us regular folks some practical tips for saving water.
All right, let's hear them.
Yeah, so shorter showers, obvious maybe, but you'd be surprised how much water we waste just by lingering a few extra minutes.
Guilty as charged.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then there's the classic turning off the tap while brushing our teeth. Again, seems small, but it really adds up.
It's all about building those good habits.
Totally. And the document also highlights the power of technology. Water-efficient appliances, for example, can make a real difference, and they often save you money in the long run.
Yeah, a win-win.
For sure. And we can't forget about rainwater harvesting.
Ah, yes, harnessing that natural resource.
Exactly. Imagine using rainwater to water your plants or even for, non-drinking needs around the house.
It's a simple solution with a big impact.
Absolutely. Oh, and the document stresses the importance of checking for leaks. It's amazing how much water a tiny drip can waste over time.
Yeah, those little things can really sneak up on you.
Definitely. So we got to be vigilant about those.
Agree.
So we've learned a lot about Singapore's approach. It's innovative, it's multifaceted, and it focuses on individual action as well as these big system-wide solutions.
It's inspiring, really.
It really is. It's a testament to human ingenuity.
Right. It shows that even facing something as daunting as water scarcity, we can find sustainable solutions if we put our minds to it.
I love that. It leaves you thinking, what if more cities adopted some of these strategies? What if we all became more mindful of our water footprint? What could that future look like?
It's a powerful thought, and it's a challenge to all of us to be a part of creating that more sustainable future.
Couldn't have said it better myself.